I'm more convinced than ever Sister Wives Season 20 is canceled, and here's why that makes sense. The network may be considering canceling Sister Wives after Season 19 due to a lack of future storylines. I've watched so many reality TV shows over the years, but Sister Wives has stood out as one of the best. The show's concept, focusing on polygamy, has been more exciting and engaging than shows that feature monogamous relationships. In fact, there are only a few reality TV shows that have featured a family as big as Cody's, with 4 wives and 18 children, each cast member being integral to the show from the beginning. Over the years, I've observed cast members of Sister Wives undergo various changes and transformations. Cody developed a deep love for his 4th wife, Robin Brown, while neglecting his first 3 wives and other family members. I also witnessed Mary, Janelle, and Cristin Brown gain the confidence to leave their polygamous relationships with Cody and pursue their own aspirations. I believe that the last 3 years have been pivotal for the Brown family as everybody has moved forward with their lives. They have all established new lives separate from one another. There are a few valid reasons why I think the network may choose not to renew Sister Wives, with the most obvious being the poor reception of Season 19. The show has been on the air for nearly 15 years and has remained entertaining thanks to the cast members' dynamic personalities and their interesting storylines. Unfortunately, the newest season wasn't as enjoyable as previous ones. It felt purposeless, with all the cast members focusing on their personal issues. Sister Wives is no longer the family-oriented show it has been for years. The most significant part of the season was the documenting of the aftermath of Garrison Brown's passing, which was the highlight of the season. Scenes involving Janelle and Cody's son felt authentic and grounded. However, the drama surrounding Cody's separation from Mary, Janelle, and Cristin seemed unnecessary. Scenes featuring Cody and Robin also appeared overdone and lacked substance. Over the last 4 months, I've noticed numerous fans talk about the perceived dullness of Sister Wives Season 19, with some going as far as calling it the worst season ever due to its excessive length and lack of clear purpose. I believe they are content in their current monogamous relationship, which is a good thing, but this isn't what originally drew fans to the show. Sister Wives has always focused on Cody's plural marriages, but with Mary, Janelle, and Cristin leaving him, the show now lacks direction and purpose. Cody and Robin have discussed whether they will continue practicing polygamy, but haven't made a decision, indicating their lack of interest. I believe Cody and Robin have been boring many fans by dragging out their storyline. They debated the topic, expressing a desire for polygamy and then denying it, only to bring it up again. Robin once mentioned her interest in plural marriage, but she set a strange condition that Cody could never fulfill. Robin stated, "I would be interested in living plural marriage again," but she also asked Cody to guarantee a positive outcome. She explained she doesn't want to endure any more trauma because of having sister wives and a plural family. Over the years, I've observed the network canceling and ending many of its long-running shows, replacing them with newer, better shows. One specific example is The Family Channel, which aired for nearly 5 years. The show followed the story of Chantal Everett and Pedro Jimeno, a couple from the 90 Day Fiancé franchise, showcasing their married life. In 2022, Pedro and Chantal split up, leading to Pedro filing for divorce. A year later, the show was canceled and replaced by another spin-off. I strongly believe that another show will soon replace Sister Wives. The show has been on the air for nearly 15 years, but it appears to be running out of content. TLC has introduced a new show centered around polygamy called Polyfamily, which is similar to Sister Wives but features actual polygamous relationships. Since Cody has divorced Mary, Janelle, and Cristin, he is no longer living a polygamous lifestyle. Therefore, I think it is likely that the network will soon end his contract and bring the show to a close. With all the family members having moved on and living in different states, it would be challenging for the network to create a coherent storyline that connects everyone's stories. I think the producers may choose to follow the approach they have taken with other shows by recording a final chapter of Sister Wives, featuring Mary, Janelle, and Cristin, in 3 or 4 episodes. Each cast member may be given 1 episode to conclude their on-screen journeys. For over a decade, Sister Wives has pulled back the curtain on the unconventional, often chaotic lives of Cody Brown and his ever-evolving family dynamic. From the early days of laughter, late-night family meetings, and shared parenting duties to the painful unraveling of marriages and dreams, the Browns have taken us on one emotional roller coaster after another. But as 2025 marches forward and TLC remains eerily silent, I'm more convinced than ever. Sister Wives Season 20 is canceled. And honestly, all the signs were there. 1. The silence is deafening. Let's start with the obvious. Where's the promo? TLC has been unusually quiet about Season 20. No teasers, no trailers, no leaked photos of a new confession couch or dramatic sit-downs in the Utah desert. By this time in years past, we were already dissecting preview clips, speculating who was crying this time, and placing bets on which wife Cody would alienate next. Now, crickets. In an era where networks churn out content teasers like candy, this kind of radio silence is more than suspicious. It's practically a death knell. 2. The cast has moved on, publicly, let's be real. Half the show's cast has emotionally and legally divorced themselves from Sister Wives and from Cody. Cristin is basking in her post-Cody glow, fully embracing monogamy with her new husband David Woolley. Her Instagram is flooded with cheerful family photos, home renovation updates, and cooking reels. She's radiating freedom and has even gone as far as to film her own spin-off content with TLC already. Then there's Janelle, who's increasingly vocal about her independence. From launching wellness programs to taking trips with her adult kids, she's doing just fine without Cody or the cameras. Even Mary, long the emotional outcast of the family, finally let go and seems more at peace running her bed and breakfast and sharing motivational quotes online. The truth is, only Robin and Cody remain clinging to the original vision of the family, and let's be honest, they're not exactly ratings gold on their own. 3. The show's premise has imploded. At its core, Sister Wives was always about plural marriage, the challenges, the triumphs, and the hope that love could thrive across multiple households. But by the end of Season 18, that foundation had completely crumbled. What's left to show in Season 20? Cody and Robin sulking around Flagstaff while reminiscing about the family that was? TLC might be known for stretching a storyline, just ask 90 Day Fiancé, but even they can't squeeze compelling television out of what has become, essentially, a monogamous marriage with a bitter aftertaste. The central theme is gone. The sisterhood is shattered. The wives are no longer wives in any traditional sense. What's the point? 4. The real-life tragedy cast a shadow. There's also the heartbreaking loss of Garrison Brown, one of Janelle and Cody's sons, earlier this year. The devastating news sent shockwaves through the fan base and clearly impacted the family on a deep emotional level. While some viewers morbidly speculated whether the tragedy would be shown on Season 20, the reality is much grimmer. Sources close to production suggested TLC was hesitant to exploit the loss, and rightly so. There's a line, even in reality television, that shouldn't be crossed. The Browns are grieving, and airing that grief in a dramatized, edited format could do more harm than good. If TLC made the humane choice to shelve the season in light of this loss, I wouldn't blame them. In fact, I'd applaud them. 5. Cody's burned-out brand. Cody Brown has gone from quirky, polygamist dad to the most polarizing man on cable TV. His outbursts, defensiveness, and lack of accountability over the years have made him a target of criticism and, increasingly, mockery. While controversial figures do bring ratings, there's a tipping point where the audience no longer sees entertainment, only exhaustion. He's not evolving, he's not learning. He's repeating the same patterns with fewer people willing to engage. Season after season, he's alienated nearly every adult child and all his wives but one. What more can viewers witness? Another poorly thought-out rant about loyalty. Another scene of Robin wiping away a tear while Cody blames everyone but himself. There's no arc here, just a downward spiral. Even TLC must recognize the burnout. 6. The ratings slumped. Yes, Sister Wives was once TLC's crown jewel. But recent seasons have seen a noticeable dip in viewership. With the departure of fan-favorite wives and the increasingly bleak tone, many longtime viewers have walked away. The numbers don't lie. And while reality TV thrives on drama, it needs balance. Without moments of hope, love, or growth, the show becomes a televised therapy session with no resolution.